social and economic infrastructure was designed to create enhanced productivity and then create food security in the zone. In social infrastructure, we constructed 8 boreholes, 8 primary schools, 2 markets, and 1 technology administration center. Well, the boreholes was meant to help improve the standard of living of our farmers. Reduce time they spend in going to look for water. So if you reduce the time they spend in going to look for water, you will put that into use in productive endeavor. We also built health centers, which is one of our flagship projects. The health centers is to provide primary health care in those communities, at least first aid, and instances of diseases and reduced. Our farmers can now access health care, which means they will be more ready and will be able to go to the farms and do their work without problem. We also have issues if you have a market cuts. First of all, come down and receive first aid. I'm sure you will be treated in the health centers. So, with that, we will concentrate more on producing foods. And as they are away, we also introduce technologies that will enhance them, introduce good economic practices so that they will be able to increase their productivity and as income. So the social infrastructure is very useful. Then the economic infrastructure, just as it is said, economic is the main activity that improves food security. For instance, in Adam, where we built Obina Bridge. Before we built Obina Bridge, farmers could not have access to people, aggregators, people who are coming in to buy products because they cannot cross the bridge. Obina even collapsed. But with the building of the Obina Bridge, farmers can have access to better markets. More people are now coming in to ask them to buy the paddy, negotiate with them. There is more contracts, farming going on because people can now easily access them. More tractors, combine harvesters can now move in, but initially before now they were doing everything manually because of inability to cross the bridge. Even the traveling time is now saved. And the cost of traveling, before you used to pay between from Adani to the site, between 1,500 to 2,000, now it's just about 500. You can easily move in now. And even people who are also doing businesses, it increased businesses in those areas. Because more people can now come in there. Now receiving people from far, not only the local markets, but they are please move over to outside market, outside the market. Then the essence of ATASP-1 is to ensure that we produce enough paddy to service the processing centers in Adani. And if we not produce twice, there's no way we can service those centers. But I want to assure you, this year there will be serious dry season farming, which will help improve food security. We have the pumping station. And why we are rehabilitating that pumping station because that irrigation scheme has about 3,870 hectares. It's one of the biggest. And then we want to rehabilitate it so that we can crop twice there. Because if we crop twice in the irrigation scheme that has such large hectarage, it will be a long way by improving food security in the country in general. So the pumping station is almost completed. It used to pump water for the dry season. The aim is just to pump water for dry season. So also constructed roads, particularly in normal, before now you cannot enter the farms. They use only tractors to bring out harvest. And farmers too, cannot drive, so they use only tractors. But we constructed that 3 kilometers of road, putting the irrigation command area. And now you can move in with any type of harvest their products, take their products away. So it made them to have easy access to both within and outside the area. People now come to buy rice, come buy from the farm gates. As against they are taking it to some other places. So it also reduces cost of doing business in normal with a 3-kilometer road. In Adan, we have 69 kilometer road. Majority of the ones we have in Adan is gravel surface dressing. But at least as a farm road, to be used to rehabilitate it. You can now move to any part of the farm in Adan and also help farmers moving bicycles, cycles, and then do their business and come on. In value chain development, that is one other area where we have made a remarkable achievement, because we were able to move through introduction of good agronomic practices to farmers in the zone. We were able to move yield of rice from 1.8 to a maximum as high as 5.36 in the zone. And you can see the leap. So it's a big listen. Similarly, cassava was moved from 17 tons per hectare to 35 tons per hectare. And from now that I've introduced TME for 19, majority of our farmers are now short. One of our youth is producing cassava stems only. We mentored him, he's producing stems. There are some other youths who trained on cassava stems and seed production. Short about 20 to produce community seeds so that they will not use grains in their subsequent farm. And the purpose of the community seeds service is to, 1, get the seeds at a low price, 2, easily available to them, 3, they will be able to avoid using grains. This will be able to demonstrate to them that it is better to use seeds than grains. That's why we are recording annually. On sorghum, even though we are just new, because it's assumed that this side is not a sorghum producing area. But we made it popular. Short, even the state government, we want to introduce sorghum to about 2,000 farmers this year. I'm working on national leverage plants. So we are likely going to grow more seeds, sorghum seeds, and then give to those farmers in the zone. And in all, the projects have been doing well to achieve its objective in terms of creating employment for our youth, in terms of increasing income. In short, that study we did show that income increased by 20%. Our major participating farmers increased by 20%. We also looked at the issue of increasing income along the value chain. And the majority of them are rice farmers. I think we must have visited the IP chairman Omor, who was able to bring classes from his rice farm. So while this is the impact is tremendous and recorded success. Also, if you go to Adan, the IP, and you'll be able to buy fertilizers, buy other chemicals. We are discussing with them to see how we can partner to buy combine harvest. That is what they are requesting, because the big yield they harvest, they needed some technology to help them to harvest. In normal shots, it's one of our best IPs. We are doing everything that are supposed to go under the hand. Contracts, businesses, they are able to sign off on aggregation, some companies, able to sell large quantity of paddy. So in Neke, our cassava farmers were able to supply cassava to them and around the sun. Right now is off taking. And I don't know, by you saw how price of things so high this time around. So most of our farmers might be back. Maybe some are smiling, some are crying, but we want our farmers to get the best. So introduce processing centers to add value to what that comes. So in the zone, we were able to introduce 3 rice processing units. All of them are producing now. Rice star, and then we have the wine, wine, then cassava processing. In short, I don't know if you visited them, you will have seen it in format. And then we are already packaging and sending to Papa. One other thing we introduced after our interaction with IT was fortifying garri with turmeric. So it has a lot of advantages, and to increase their market, we are also teaching them how to penetrate the market, how to develop their products. That's one other thing we taught them, how to develop their products. So in a nutshell, this is what I can say as impact of the project. When I said that their income increased by 20%, it shows that everything has increased. In short, their standard of living also increased, because along the line when we discovered that they are just into starchy food, we introduced home garden. And the purpose of the home garden was to provide them with little protein and vegetables, which is very, very important. It was a very success story, and encouraged them to sustain it. You know, vegetable is now even something that is giving so much money in the area. We also introduced them to off-farm enterprise activities. That is off-farm income generating activities, so that they don't just have to depend on this. And the off-farm income generating activities, most of the things we produce was adding value to what and then a few other things that will make them sustain them for multiple periods and multiple farm. So these are strategies we use to reduce standard increase them. I feel great. In short, this ATASP program, a lot of success stories. Anywhere we go, the farmers, do you know that the farmers even visit me and appreciate me during festivities? So that's how I got to know, because we are sincere to them. We are telling them what to improve their life. We have been able to introduce cassava varieties that is high yielding, and we also link them to off-taker. So the off-taker now, I'm just trying to have an MOU with the off-taker now. He wants to increase the number of farmers working with him, so that he's planning to establish a practice. But presently, we are working with one industries supplying cassava. So this, we also supported the youth in Obunka to plant like 30 hectares of cassava, and to also assist them to plant it, so that can also increase them. Some of them will be taken off the streets, taken off crime, most like getting something.